I don't know what it's like where you live, but in my little part of Michigan, if we're not super intentional about following the season of fall, it'll be gone in the blink of an eye. This week's video is jam-packed with all the fun fall things, from Target practicing to nature walks to fall crafts, baking, cooking, and lots of fun checking out some local farmers markets. So come along and enjoy the season with me. Hard to pull that even with the pole thing?
It's impossible without it.
Oh, yeah, you ain't pulling that without that.
I tried.
I remember.
That's
funny. Wow, you're way off.
What are you going for?
Right corner. That's
I
towards the
was
spot.
aiming for the right top.
Well, you're at the right bottom, like way down here.
Really?
I can't see. I have my glasses on.
What? Why are you practicing without your
That's a
glasses?
good question.
So I'll go grab your glasses. This beautiful fall evening, Target practicing together was so much fun. This was the first time I ever shot the crossbow, so that was pretty exciting. Okay, so Eve and I are gonna be heading out into the woods to collect some fall foliage, some leaves and stuff. I saw a reel on Facebook a while back where people took wax paper and folded it over and like ironed folded it, and in between the folds they put a leaf and they ironed it smooth and made like this really pretty garland out of it. So we are going to try it. It sounds a little interesting to me. I'm probably gonna, no, I shouldn't say this. I'm probably gonna burn the house down. Oh my goodness. Anyway, if it turns out we want to hang it from the mantle, it'll be super, super pretty. And this is the basket that we're going to be using. All right, we're gonna go have some fun. Just to make note here, I am not a very crafty person at all, so the thought of ironing wax paper really made me nervous. The weather could not have been more perfect for our nature walk today. If there's one thing you definitely don't want to lose out on this season is getting out in nature. Eve had way too much fun laughing at my almost fall right here. There was a perfect leaf just barely out of reach that I just had to get. Since I'm not a very crafty person, I'm curious what kind of craft ideas you guys can send my way that you can do with all these beautiful, beautiful leaves in the fall. Put your hand next to it so you can see how big it is. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be a big one. It's so fun finding animal tracks on our nature walks, and then Eve decided to pick up a bunch of acorns to bring back to the house to feed the squirrels around the bird feeders. These gorgeous, gorgeous views out in the woods just remind me of the old hymns like, "For the beauty of the earth, this is my Father's world," just praising the Lord for creating such a beautiful world for us. It's like it's not super even, but we could tack it up there. All right, it's time to take all these beautiful leaves we collected and iron them between wax paper. I was so nervous that this was not gonna work out well, but it wasn't so bad after all. Okay, I'm just not sure. It's kind of
Mommy, turn around. Look at that side.
That side's the back. So the reel we watched just showed what they were doing, but it didn't give any actual instructions. So okay,
I don't know.
just for fun, I'm just gonna kind of wrap it around these little dowels for a second and just see how it looks from a distance, because I don't like it up close. I don't know. I'm not sure. It just looks foggy. So I'm finding, I think that it looks really pretty when there's light behind it. So maybe it should go like hang from the windows, like instead. Eve had so much fun designing each little leaf triangle. She did a fantastic job. These looked so pretty with the sunlight streaming through them. Although my original vision for this craft project involved the mantle, this option was much, much better. While I was ironing the leaves between the wax paper, Eve made us some beautiful and delicious chai teas to enjoy. The house is feeling so cozy now with all these little bits of fall coming inside. But with fall comes the first frost, and it's been forecasted, so me and Eve are heading out to the garden to collect the rest of the produce that we want to save. There is something so satisfying about pulling carrots up. I don't know what it is, but me and Eve had so much fun pulling all these carrots and getting them ready to go inside and process. And just look, this was the next morning, and it definitely was a frosty one. Eve and I are just about to head out on the search for the perfect pumpkin to stuff and bake for supper tomorrow night. We are gonna have so much fun stopping at some farmers markets and also grabbing some apple cider. 'Tis the season, so a few errands and a little bit of fun. We are looking forward to our little fall adventure out and about here in a few minutes.
On a pumpkin hunt, a pumpkin hunt, a pumpkin hunt. We're going on a pumpkin hunt, pumpkin hunt.
I heard from an old pumpkin farmer a very long time ago that the wartier pumpkins are the sweetest ones. So we're gonna be looking for a nice warty pumpkin. It was a beautiful day for a drive in the country. The first farmer's market we stopped at is also a petting zoo, and it was absolutely packed. So we decided to just turn around in the parking lot and head to this one here, which is much smaller, and it had exactly what we needed. Eve picked out the perfect warty pumpkin. Then we headed inside to grab some apple cider and pay for our items. Next, we headed to one more farmer's market before going home. Of course, brown is my favorite, and I absolutely loved all of these brown towels, but I refrained from getting any this day. Did you notice the price of these Honeycrisp apples though? Those were definitely coming home with us. After we got home and put our stuff away, it was time to warm up some of that delicious apple cider and enjoy a little break. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. This is amazing apple cider. Every year we like to get apple cider at the market. So good. I think it's perfect. It's so much better than whatever you get like just at the grocery store.
Apple cider is good anyway.
This is the best though. Locally made. Fresh apples.
Especially with a Mackinac Island.
So excited to make this pumpkin tonight, but I am gonna work on that a little bit later. This morning I'm gonna put together a quick bread to go with dinner. I wanted to do like a pumpkin bread, but I don't have any pureed pumpkin, so I am going to use some leftover butternut squash that I have in the fridge. If it's not quite enough, I'll add a little applesauce to it, but it should be really, really delicious with all the fall flavors. I ended up having a little bit more squash than I needed, so it was perfect. This is a gluten-free recipe that I found online, and it is so good. Nobody can even tell. All right, just got that popped in the oven. I'm gonna head outside and get a few barn chores done and enjoy a little horse time while it's baking, and then we'll come and see how it looks. I'm really excited. I've actually never made this bread with like a squash instead of, I mean, pumpkin is a squash, right? But a different type of squash, so I'm really excited to try it. Despite the frost this morning, it is really warming up outside. So I had to ditch the sweater after getting some more barn chores done, and now I'm gonna start working on the pumpkin. Usually Elijah takes the top off and takes the seeds out for me, but he's at work today, so I'm gonna get that done. And then I'm gonna stuff it with a mix of this wild rice blend as well as some sausage, probably a couple of eggs, and just a bunch of seasonings. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just gonna kind of dump and experiment. So it'll be fun and hopefully tasty. Time to get started so I can get it in the oven on time. I was really surprised how hard it was to cut through this pumpkin. I wish Elijah was here. I decided to try a different knife, which definitely helped the process. It was still really hard though. At last, success. To scrape out the seeds and pulp, I have found using grapefruit spoons like this one really help. I haven't decided what I want to do with the seeds yet, whether roast them for us to eat or give them to the chickens. I've heard that pumpkin seeds can be a natural dewormer for poultry, so I might just do that. Here, I'm just stabbing the inside of the pumpkin with a fork just to pierce it a little bit, and then I add a mixture of salt and dried mustard and rub that all over on the inside to season that pumpkin up. Now that the pumpkin's ready, I'm gonna go ahead and get the sausage all cooked up. I just did 1 pound of regular sausage. Sometimes I will do venison, which is also really good. Then I mixed that sausage up with the rice. It was about 1.25 cups of dry rice, and then we added some onion as well as some pepper and dried sage. And Eve whipped up a few eggs, which we stirred in as well. I wish you could smell all of these amazing smells. Ah, so good. So then I took that mixture and just stuffed it right into that pumpkin. All right, pumpkin is, see if you can see, it's happily stuffed. We don't have to put this in the oven until about 3:30. I'm gonna let it cook for a couple of hours. It's only 2 o'clock, so for now I'm gonna pop it in the fridge and we will get it in the oven in just a little bit. Time to clean the kitchen, Eve. No! After the kitchen was cleaned up and we got a few more things done, the time came to put the pumpkin in the oven. So I just put it in a baking dish and added some water to the bottom of it so that it wouldn't stick or get dried out. Everyone was really excited to enjoy this special once-a-year fall dish that we all love so much. The quick bread with the butternut squash in it turned out so good, and the pumpkin coming out of the oven, oh, it smelled amazing. It was just beautiful. The pumpkin probably could have used just a little bit longer in the oven. It was done enough to enjoy, but not quite as tender as we expected. But yum, it was so good. We've really been enjoying this beautiful fall season. Being intentional on following it along instead of just letting it pass us by is so important. Stick around next week for part 2.